Reuven Rivlin elected as Israel's 10th president. Leaders congratulate the president-elect. Fatah and Hamas attempt to solve salary crisis. And Rabbi Ovadia Yosef's chair goes on sale. Shalom and welcome to the Jerusalem Post News. The top stories for June 11th. The Knesset yesterday voted in Likud candidate Reuven Rivlin as Israel's next president. Our Knesset reporter Lahav Harkov was in Jerusalem following the events of the day.
Reuven Rivlin, politics man of Jerusalem, was elected Israel's 10th president. Rivlin won by a wide margin of 10 votes over Meir Shitrit, the Hatnuah Knesset member who faced off against him in the second round of voting this afternoon. Yet despite that wide margin, the tension in the air was palpable in the Knesset, as many MKs were not sure who would win. In fact, it seemed for a while that Shitrit was going to win, and Rivlin himself looked quite sad and disappointed in the plenum during the voting, with many MKs saying after speaking to him that he was sure he had lost. And yet, the Haredi Knesset members and many from Yisrael Beitenu, who did not originally support Rivlin, shifted his way rather than to Shitrit. And in the end, Rivlin was victorious, and he is our new president.
Following his election, Rivlin was congratulated by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has sparred with him politically for years and who, prior to the election, seemed to do everything possible to prevent his victory.
האמון שנתתם בי היום מכל קצוות הבית הזה מחייב אותי להשיל מעליי החל מרגע זה את גלימת הפוליטיקה, ואני הייתי פוליטיקאי שנים רבות.
ואני חושב שלשתי המשימות הללו של ליכוד העם, האחדות הפנימית, וגם האחדות מול האתגרים החיצוניים, אני יודע שאתה תעשה את כל מה שביכולתך כנשיא המדינה, ואני מבטיח לך שאני כראש ממשלה שבא מרקע דומה אעשה יחד עמך.
Rivlin also received a phone call from President Shimon Peres, who told him he was happy to transfer the role of president to him. While visiting the Western Wall following his victory, Rivlin himself was full of praise for the outgoing president.
Mr. Peres is a great president, and to replace him would be a really quite a job.
US President Barack Obama also sent greetings and congratulations to his new Israeli counterpart, lauding his, quote, long and dedicated record of public service. The Fatah Hamas government formed a special committee yesterday to solve a crisis between the two parties concerning the salaries of thousands of Hamas employees in the Gaza Strip. The crisis erupted when the employees discovered last week that the new government, headed by Rami Hamdallah, had failed to pay them their May salaries. The employees subsequently attacked several banks in Gaza, forcing them to shut down since last Thursday. The closure of the banks has also prevented tens of thousands of PA civil servants in Gaza from receiving their salaries. Palestinian news agency MAN reported today that the banks were beginning to reopen gradually. And the chair that used to belong to the late Rabbi Ovadia Yosef has been put up for sale. The rabbi and Torah scholar used to lead weekly learning sessions from the chair, which, according to Haredi news site Kikar HaShabbat, was transferred to a security company out of fear it would be stolen. According to Kikar HaShabbat, the chair is being sold in order to support the learning center of Rabbi Yosef Shraga, which is housed in Rabbi Ovadia Yosef's Jerusalem synagogue. The chair is said to be worth over 2,100 shekels, but is expected to be sold for about 100,000 shekels. That's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more news from Israel. Until then, shalom from the Jerusalem Post studio.